Here with Josh Martinez, 5-1 for the Toreros over the Dons. Obviously, the best goal, your first goal is your best goal. How do you feel about that? Take us through your decision and what you were thinking about.
Yeah, so I mean, right away when I go over to the ball, I'm looking to play probably Noah James at the back post, just serving a good ball, let him go win it. But I just see the keeper, he's cheating a lot, so I just thought I should hit it.
You've been touted as a set-piece maestro, right? Someone who creates for others, but it was your first time being able to create for yourself.
Yeah.
How does that feel, especially in a home game like this, West Coast Conference? Talk me through the feelings.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it feels great. I think I've expected to have one before this, honestly, but I'm happy it came now and happy we could win.
Especially 5 goals in 60 minutes. What does that say about this team, particularly against a West Coast Conference foe, a team that has been to the tournament, that will most likely be a competitive team going down the stretch? What does that say about your team as you go into October and the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think Warren said it best in the team talk. He said we have 8 games to prove ourselves. Really, there's a lot of older guys. I mean, we don't get many more games at home, and I think we're just such a great squad. We have great depth as many people came in. I mean, I think we're just firing and ready to get to the postseason.
Josh Martinez, worldly free kick for the Toreros, 5-1 over the San Francisco Dons. Drake Hill's here, USD Athletics head coach Brian Quinn, 5-1 win for the Toreros over the San Francisco Dons. Ultimately, 5 goals in 60 minutes. Talk us through the feeling, especially first half and going into that second half offensively, how things unraveled.
I think the first thing is in the conference, we realized it's probably the strongest conference that I've been part of in regards from top to bottom. San Francisco, very, very good team. We felt that we needed to start fast to get in the game so that we could put them on the back foot. We did that in the first half, and then the message at halftime was, guys, don't let up. The next goal is crucial. Could have got them back in the game. We got the goal and then started pulling away.
Braden Beeson, obviously a second-year guy for the Dons. He's had some help in scoring a little bit, especially recently. How did you stop their two-headed monster, particularly as a team that's been able to score most recently? I know that they didn't get quite the result that they wanted against Oregon State, but they're still offensively probably dangerous for you guys. How did you scout and how did you assign your team to go up against them?
I think collectively we felt that those 2 guys up front were going to cause us problems, so we needed to be compact, not just at the back, but in the midfield and the distances between the guys in the midfield. So when the ball broke, that we would pick up the second balls. Josh Martinez was stellar, and then the other part was the balls that came in over the top. Luca was in great position all the time, coming off his line and just gobbling them up so they didn't get any breakaways.
I think from the Dons and the Toreros, it seemed as if the long ball was in the first 10, 20 minutes. It seemed as if that was maybe the test that we talked to Cesar Bahena about, him running on to the ball, especially in the channel in the first part of the game. But as the game unraveled, it seemed like your side was able to create, but also take advantage. Ian Wagner dispossessing in their own third and taking advantage of that. Could you talk to us about how that happened? Was that something natural, just the quality of the players? Was it something, maybe an adjustment that you made in halftime?
I think there's 2 parts to that question, Drake. One is purposely we wanted to try and gain territory early on in the field so that we could put their defenders under pressure, and secondly keep the ball away from their 2 forwards. So that was the main part of the first 15-20 minutes, and then we understand how we play with the ball, and I think what we tried to do was kind of play quickly and then try and overload one of the sides, and so that we could get some success.
Statistically, for the betterment of the entire game, they didn't really have a shot on goal. And I think from 6, 7, 8 shots, they didn't really have on goal, as opposed to your side, who had a ton of chances and be able to put them home. How does that feel, knowing that in this conference, as we just talked about, the prowess offensively from team to team, program to program is so high? What does that say about this program and where they're going in the rest of October and the rest of the season?
Yeah, I'm a big believer that when you get into the conference playing, and if you want to go far in the tournament, you have to be good defensively. Doesn't matter how many good attacking players you have, but collectively you have to find a way to win the close games 1-0 or 2-1 or go to penalty kicks if you want to go far in the tournament. And so that's been something as a mantra for us, that let's work without the ball to limit teams' opportunities. And we've done that tonight. And, you know, we're going to have to do the same if we want to try and get anything out of the Portland game.
Yeah, you mentioned the Portland game. I was going to say another two-headed monster from them, 23-goal differential, it seems, high potent offense. How did you speak to your guys about preparing over this next week to get ready for a road test against the Portland Pilots?
I think that Portland are ranked number 1 in the country. They are a legitimate top 5 team, in my opinion, in the country. I've seen a lot of games. They're the legitimate top 5 team in the country. And if we don't go there and compete from the get-go, they're going to run over us. And I've seen enough of them that they're talented, they're tough, they're creative. And if you're not up for the game, you're going to lose. And the second part of that is they're exceptional at home.
Head coach Brian Quinn, 5-1 win for the Toreros over the San Francisco Dons at Torero Stadium. Drake Hill's here with USD Athletics. Cesar Bahena, 2 goals on the night, 5-1 over the San Francisco Dons. There were a couple of times where you could have got maybe 3 or 4. Is that what you were feeling when you scored the first one?
Yeah, I definitely felt like I could have gotten another one on the chance before, but, you know, I got taken off a little early, so, yeah, I definitely felt like I could have gotten a few more goals in.
What was your approach to this game, especially with the way it started in the first 20 minutes? It seemed like you were getting a lot of service into the channel, running on to activity as opposed to creating for yourself. Obviously, we saw you in transition. How could you describe the way the game unfolded, not just for you in the second half, but overall, 90 minutes?
Yeah, well, definitely coaches are giving us a game plan before we start. So, you know, at first it was just making runs in behind, trying to, you know, beat them. They create a lot of space in behind. So you just got to take advantage of that. But, you know, just got to, you know, feel the flow of the game. Kind of opened up a little bit more in the second half, so I felt like, you know, I had more space and, you know, I could have dribbled a lot more. So I feel like that's what definitely helped me out for sure in the second half.
It's been a while for you to be able to score and find the back of the net, and you able to did it twice.
Yeah.
So how do you feel, and talk us through the process, goal 1 and goal 2?
Yeah, man, it's just a relief to finally get on the score sheet. But yeah, just training every day, just working on my finishing. So, you know, it paid off today. But yeah, I felt like such a relief just to get 2 goals in today.
For this team, especially going into the rest of West Coast Conference play, what was the message from head coach Brian Quinn as you guys go up against a very talented and a highly touted and a highly active offensive side in the Portland Pilots?
Yeah. Well, you know, we just had to bring that intensity for the full 90. You know, obviously Coach Quinn is always bringing us with that game plan. So he was just talking about bringing that intensity in the first 15 minutes. And, you know, we brought that, I feel like, and that kind of just showed off for the rest of the game.
2 goals for Cesar Bahena against the San Francisco Dons for the Toreros, 5-1. Drake Hills, USD Athletics.